Hi everyone, it's Miss Davies here from Pear class. I've got a story to read to you today. We love stories at Winton and I'm so excited for you to come to join us in September, so I'm sharing a story with you today. So our story is called A Squash and a Squeeze by Julia Donaldson. You ready? You can join in with me too. A little old lady lived all by herself with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. A wise old man heard her grumble and grouse. "There's not enough room in my house. Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." Can you help me? Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze. Let's see what's next. "Take in your head," said the wise old man. "Take in my hen, what a curious plan." While the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug and flapped round the room looking over the jug. Uh-oh. The little old lady cried, "What shall I do?" Can you do that with me? What shall I do? My house is poky for one, and it's tiny for two. My nose has a tickle and there's no room to sneeze. Should we do it together? My house is a squash and a squeeze. What's next? And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your goat," said the wise old man. "Take in my goat, what a curious plan." Well, the goat chewed the curtains and trod on the egg and sat down to nibble the table leg. Are they making a mess in her house? The little old lady cried, "Glory be, it was tiny for two and it's titchy for three. The hen pecks a goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." Should we do it together? My house is a squash and a squeeze. She said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your pig," said the wise old man. "Take in my pig, what a curious plan." She took in her pig who kept chasing the hen and raising the larder again and again. What a mess in her house. The little old lady cried, "Stop, I implore." Can you do that with me? Stop, I implore. It was titchy for three and it's tiny for four. Even the pig and the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please?" Should we do it together? Wise old man, won't you help me please? Ready? My house is a squash and a squeeze. What happens next? "Take in your cow," said the wise old man. "Take in my cow, what a curious plan." Well, the cow took one look and charged straight to the pig, then jumped up on the table and tapped out a jig. Oh my goodness. The little old lady cried, "Heavens alive, it was teeny for four and it's weeny for five. I'm tearing my hair out and I'm down on my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." Do you think she's getting a little bit stressed with all the animals in her house? And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please?" Should we do it together? My house is a squash and a squeeze. "Take them all out," said the wise old man, "but then I'll be back where I first began." So she opened a window and out flew the hen. "That's better," she said, "at last I can sneeze again." She shooed out the goat and shoved out the pig. Can you push them out like the old woman? Push, push, push. Oh, my house is beginning to feel pretty big again. She huffed and she puffed and she pushed out the cow. "Just look at my house, it's enormous now." Can you push, 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 push? Oh, thank you, old man, for the work you have done. It was weeny for five and it's gigantic for one. There's no need to grumble and there's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house. So now she's taken all the animals out. Look, she's got so much more room. And now she's full of frolics and fiddly-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. Yes, she's full of frolics and fiddly-dees. It isn't a squash or a squeeze. I hope you enjoyed that story. I can't wait to see you in September.